Hey, what's up, folks? Welcome to Life with Brock. If you end up liking the content, consider giving it a thumbs up and sharing it with a nerd friend. Let's go. All right, welcome to This Week in Customs. My name is Brock. I'm your host, and I'm excited to present to you another episode of just awesome customs. If you've been following us for a while, you know that I go to Instagram and I check out these talented artists of the world of Instagram, and I present them to you. And then at the end of the show, you get a chance to pick the winner, your favorite custom of the week. Last week, congratulations to Toys A to Z. Holy cow, that Joe Fixit is money in the bank. It was a beautiful photograph too. I had to use it for the thumbnail. Oh my gosh, look at the blues, the reds. It's just such a great kit bash. Love the musculature. He did great. And I did say toys, didn't I? Is that right? Toys A to Z? Yeah. All right, now Symbiote Seeker with this. What is this? A superior Venom of some sort? Let me see what he called it. It's a Venom. It looks like a superior Venom. And this thing is so, like, just the body is so weird, but it looks like the comic books. This dude, he likes to customize symbiotes. He's becoming quite a bit of an expert kit basher, moving parts. He just like redesigned how this figure, or all these figures, like mashed them together to create this beast of a custom. He does have a YouTube channel. He does film in 4K, so if you want to see this in 4K, go check him out. This is a very nice custom, and what I really appreciate about him is that he'll include stuff like this. And let me just turn this down. I forget, I don't want that to get in the way. But anyways, you see how he extended that mouth with the toothpicks? And then obviously he's doing some sculpting, but that's how he was able to attach the two pieces together. And then he begins to form little by little, and that's what he's going for on the right there, that look. And I think he ultimately achieves it. And this process is not a super quick process. If you're new to customizing, unless you have a background in sculpting, you're not going to be able to do this. So just understand that. Step by step, and it just looks fantastic. Really achieved just a job well done. All right, moving on to another piece. This is going to be Weapon X Customs. I think he may have a couple on here. I don't remember now, but yeah, man, this is quite the throwback to X-Force. Grizzly. Are we going to get a Grizzly, you think, eventually? This guy did such a good job. Good use of parts. And that sculpting we're going to get to, I really like showing the process shots, especially when you've achieved, obviously he's using the Caliban. I don't know if you can tell, but he's using Caliban here. And, oh, there you go. Now you can tell he's using Caliban. But man, check out that head. Let's take a look how he achieved that look. And obviously this is a few steps into it. But look here, he had to start slowly, let that cure, because if you start putting too much at once, it really can get crowded. And if it's not cured, then you're not getting the shapes that you want. So I think he did a great job. I like seeing these step-by-steps that these customizers are putting out for everybody. Draw Customs here. He also do that, but let's take a look at this video. And now the light's really bright, so you can't really truly appreciate all the colors or the grays that he's got in this Batman, especially because the light is so bright. I'm not sure if that's sunlight or if it's like a white light, but it's a really cool looking Batman. Makes me want to do a Batman. And anytime that happens, at least for me, I think the customizer has achieved something that I desire to have in my own collection that I would want to do. And that's inspiration, and man, it looks good. Let's take a look at some of his work in progress shots. As you can see, little by little, he's building up the sculpt. This is not done in one day. Or maybe it's done in one day for him. I don't know. This would take me quite a while, because if you've sculpted any, you know that sometimes you put your fingers where you don't need to have your fingers. And then it screws up the sculpt. But right here is a really nice photograph of Batman. Really, really nice. Definitely like the tones that he's got there. And he's just pretty much like a gray blue. And it just makes his sculpt stand out. Really like it. Some up close photographs. He's obviously posable. Yeah, man. Dig it. Dig it. All right, move on because we don't have that much time. I'm trying to keep this under 30 minutes. And holy goodness. Do you guys play Tekken? Because if you don't, you may not understand what these characters are, or who these characters are. But holy cow. I'm just going to let you stare at these for a while because there's a lot going on. I am really impressed. Look at the print. First of all, the dresses are pretty neat, but the print on the leg. How? How did you do this? Because look where it starts from. Let me just even further back. That's where it started from. That's where those two characters started from. And what? How? Top level stuff here, guys. Amazing stuff from Zelu 1984. Let's move on to the next custom. Who do we have? Oh, all right, Johnny Walker Customs. Another. Are you guys into Star Wars? I think mostly the people here are Marvel Legend, like Marvel fans, DC. But I'm a Star Wars fan. If you're a Star Wars fan, come on, man. Do you not want this in your collection? I do. But he, not only that he was able to put that kit together, but I think he did a really nice job of painting. You can see all the different colors. Yeah, man, that's a sweet looking figure. I don't know if Black Series is going to give us one of these. I think this is beautiful, man, at least in the 6-inch version. Great job. Thank you for sharing. Face customs. We got some tremendous customs here. And for the most part, this is a somewhat simple custom, but the execution of it is masterful. I mean, the paints are so great. The sculpting super clean. I think parts of the shoulders and the chest area are sculpted, and I know that he did those effects just so clean, man. Let's see what else. Those are all the still photographs if you want to check him out. He does really, really good work. Yeah, man. D-Faction figures. This is such an eye-catching custom. He's a customizer from the Philippines. It's a transitioning Morph. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's in the standard bucket cap body, but you can almost feel it just going across, like you remember in the cartoons. Wow, such a standout custom, so unique. I haven't seen one like this. There may be somebody else that's done it. I personally haven't seen it. I think once people saw this, people are going to be trying this. And he was suggesting to me, oh man, you should try it. Get he said Beast and Cyclops and have them transitioning to those. I think if somebody can pull off Beast, that would be crazy, right? That would, because the proportions are not the same. And man, beautiful job. Loved looking at that. Here's part of where he got, this is actually not the cartoon, it's going to be from the comic, but you see how the effect is going. That's where he got the idea. I think I really like the colors. Is it the forge that you used? I don't have the forge, but I think that's what it is. And yeah, love it, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, Domenico here. Thundercats, they just did a pre-order for the Thundercats, and I wanted a Lion-O, but I think I'd prefer to make my own. I think I may cancel my pre-order because this is nicely done, and he's got another photograph right here. He's got a screaming head. He's sculpted that gauntlet, and it looks like Lion-O. And like this customizer right here, there is absolutely no reason for him to pick up the Super 7 unless he's nostalgic. But I think this gets the job done, and you should be happy with that. Figure this customs, really nice looking. I'll call it Mezco style. Even though when I look at the clothing here, it doesn't look Mezco to me. It looks better than Mezco for me anyway. I think it's just tighter. Like the clothing looks tighter on the body. Oftentimes, I'm really not a fan of Mezco products. I have a couple of them that I do like Popeye, and I have the Dark Side. But some of these that come out, it just looks too baggy on them. And I think this looks really nice. Well, it's probably really posable. What are you using under the body? Oh, and it's for sale. So if you're interested, and it would fit with your, like that pose, if you're interested, hit him up. And it definitely would go with your Mezcos, but for me, this looks better than the Mezcos that I've seen. Tighter fit. I don't even know what, did you do those yourself? Did you do the clothing yourself, or did you outsource for those? I don't know if you have written down, so I don't know. All right, Nema 2077. I don't know what this character is. It just looks really cool. If his hands was out of there, it could almost look like some sort of ACBA shot. I don't know what this is. All I know is that the design of that character is like a marshmallow cyberpunk. Come on, man. You need to hashtag this more, because I think you'd get more attention to what you're doing. And I think I contacted you and get you a video, but I think if you did, you got it out too late by the time I filmed this. But nice looking custom. And yeah. Rule of the Thirds. I think this is the first time I'm featuring one of your customs on this show, and I think it's a standout. I think, first of all, as a custom piece, I see some of your kit bash stuff. It looks like you have some Marvel Select parts, but I absolutely love LEDs. I haven't done it yet in any of my customs, but I think that's gonna look better than any effect that anybody can paint. It's just from my taste, obviously. I'm the one that's talking, but yeah, I think this is definitely some of the Marvel Select parts. The Marvel Select is a really nice looking figure, but it definitely, when you start kit bashing, pulling parts, I think it could look even more outstanding. Yeah, you can tell the boots are definitely from the Marvel Select. There's the before, which the Hasbro one is pretty nice looking, but in comparison to what you've done, yours blows it completely out of the water. Obviously, your paint scheme is a little bit different. You're using different parts, like from the Marvel Select, and wow, man. So is that where you got the LED on there? Can't tell if that's gonna be. It may have been where you put the LED, and I guess that's the look he was going for. Dig that custom, man. Looks really nice. Bright Weevil. Here we go. Who is this? This is Hawk from the Titans. Is that that's going to be DC, of course. I'm not familiar with this character. I think this looks really nice, but one of the reasons that I wanted to show this, it's this first time he's ever airbrushing a figure, and you can actually tell that it's airbrushed because of the smoothness of the paints. I really like how you did the reds on the boots. The boots look awesome, man. Looks really, really nice. Oh, is that a Mr. Sinister cape you got back there? Yeah, I think that's the old Mr. Sinister cape. I wish I was a little bit more familiar with these characters. As you know, I shoot this live, and I don't do any research ahead of time, because I do want to have kind of like is it visceral response? I don't know if that's the right word for it, but it feels like it is. I just want to have the response as you're watching it. I'm watching it too. I'm just getting, just the raw footage. So I'm sorry. I know some of you nerds don't like that. I apologize. I'm not trying to get you triggered, but if you're triggered, you're a snowflake. All right, take a look at this figure. I think I like the look. The greens that you painted it on here. I don't have the original Prowler, the one that came out, but I think this body is not. It's not the same one, right? If I don't have the figure, I'm not gonna know. But that's a Harker custom cape. If you guys are into soft goods, he's been my go-to guy. He's here in the United States, so it's easier for me to order from him, and he does really good work. Easy to communicate with. And Nick Grayson, I think he's done a really good job. I like the metallic green that you got going. It looks good. The contrast is very nice. And Wentzilla, what is he? Is he customizing? Are you trying to show off you've been working? You hitting the gym, player? Oh no, it's the Captain America. He's got that Captain America right there. Let's take a look at that Captain America. Yes, this is the most recent, the 80-year cap. I absolutely love what he's done with this figure. I think it looks like he may have hand painted most of this, and it looks gritty. This is Cap that's been to war. Obviously the color scheme is different, but man, I think it really works. It looks really well done. I like how weathered the gloves and the shoe, actually the whole figure looks. And let's take a look at a video here so we can appreciate it. Yes, sir. 360. Oh, he's got a magnet going in that star. Cap got a gun, huh? That's old school Cap. All right, man, that looks good. Really nice looking. When I saw it, I was like, I think I may want to do that. Why not? D2 Customs with his Storm. Well, who's the base body here? Is that going to be Wasp? Or the head, maybe? Wasp? So this is a uniform I'm not familiar with Storm. It looks good. I think he did some of the sculpting. I almost thought it was a Miss Marvel body at first with that chest emblem. But again, not familiar with that costume. Who doesn't like Storm though? Everybody likes a Storm. Another Face Customs custom here. This Longshot. Look at the attention to details. Pay attention to the hands, guys. Pay attention to the hands, player. 1, 2, 3, 4, just 4 fingers. All right, man. This is sweet. Really crisp. That's all I can explain this. It's really, really crisp. And guys, you've seen how he's taking this video. You can see his custom extremely clear. If you're gonna submit videos, this is the type of video, if you wanna make it on the show, because I'm trying to get it under 30 minutes. I don't know how good I'm gonna do this episode. I'm trying to get it under 30 minutes. And yeah, man, nice. I like that face. Like the effects. And I like the way he shot his videos, man. That's what will get you on the show. Fitz Jedi. This is a character, the Homelander, and this is like the second or third one I've seen. I think this one looks good. I think he's using the Shazam movie figure. I like that flag look. That looks dope. And yeah, Homelander. If you guys haven't seen it, kids, it's not for you. It's definitely not for you. If you're adults and you want to see some gore and some bizarre stuff, go read that comic and watch that series. All right, this Vulture is very interesting. The reason I wanted to show this is Tin Rocket. What he's actually done, he scratch built the wings. And he did it from the plastic that's included in the Marvel Legends boxes. So he just cut them up and then he hand painted them. And I think he did a really good job with the effects. I mean, that's what you use what is available to you. He was thinking outside the box. Definitely appreciate this custom. Obviously, that's the old Toy Biz head that he had casted, and he looks like he probably sculpted that collar piece on him. Nice job, man. Good work. Another nice work. Now, this is where you can see people talented with airbrush. What you can do with a regular Marvel Legend figure to make it look like a premium figure, better than a premium figure. Look, I love the orange on that. I love the yellows. And notice that what he did to the cowl, he expanded those ears. And the best way to do that, I mean, I tried doing the old heat and cold method, but the best way to do it is to really just cut the back of the ears, separate them, and then sculpt underneath. I think that's probably what he did, and it looks so much better. Here you can see that, right? See the boot right there? It's very difficult to achieve that look with just hand brushing. I can't do it. I can definitely do it with, maybe not as clean as this, but I can definitely do it with an airbrush. So if you're interested in upping your custom game, definitely get yourself an airbrush. People always ask me which one. I have a Badger. I think the Iwata Eclipse is also very good from what I've seen. They're more expensive. If you don't know, I just buy yourself a cheap one, give that one a go, and if you stick to it, if you start producing stuff like this immediately, get yourself an expensive one and start selling your customs. All right, talking about incredible paints. Now, I've been following this one, Christina Conan. She's a big fan of the Uncharted games. So am I. This character is awesome. Matter of fact, she kind of looks like this character. It's like a self-portrait of herself. But look at that hair. Awesome look. It looks so realistic. The paint is on point. We've already seen the painted face, but then she sculpted after. And I wonder why, Christina, why do you do that? Because I noticed you painted the face, then you sculpted the hair and painted the hair. I'm just curious of why you decide to go with that. I'm sure that's just part of your process, but I'd be curious just to know, and the rest of us would, inquiring minds want to know. So if you have time, put it down in the comments. We'd like to know. And then we have this guy.
I've come to plant my seeds in your bird nests. Come to me, blue jays.
Oh my gosh, okay. I Excuse me. I think we'll just leave it at that. All right, Domenico. Here he's got another Professor X and actually a Cyclops custom from the new House of X comics. The first two that I read in the series were awesome. This is a different look from the one that a previous customizer did, and but it still looks good, man. Different approaches, because I think the other custom was a little bit more on the purple side where the bodysuit goes. But there you have it. Nice job of sculpting. I dig this look. It's a good look for Professor X. You guys think that they're going to give us, that Hasbro will give us something like this? I don't know. I don't know if it'll be popular enough, but the comics are awesome. Jacob's Toys. This is it looks like a repaint. I'm not sure if you did anything else other than a repaint. I know it looks awesome. Of the recent release Nightcrawler figure from Hasbro. And there's his, is it X-Force? Yeah, wow. Yeah, that looks really good, man. Nice job. All right, Art of Design. He did this Cannonball right here. Let me just turn this down. I had that up to make fun of Ace. So that's his Cannonball design. You can see there's a lot of sculpting in there. That's his version. We've seen a lot of these lately. This is my favorite uniform for Cannonball. All right, Omega Doom. Yeah, man, that looks hot. That is a nice, nice looking Red Hood. Looks like he's using the Taskmaster, at least the bottom part of Taskmaster. I'm not sure if the upper body it is, but I definitely recognize those boots. No, that looks like, it's not Prowler. What's the other guy? Purple guy that came out in the Sasquatch wave. I don't have him. But, yeah, nice shot of your custom. I like the look. They're all his, accessories. Good work, dude. All right, it's vintage. He pumps out so many customs, so I just have to pick and choose. This is pretty darn good, man. This looks, we have a new Joker coming up, and he's definitely nailing that look. If you've seen any of the previews, this definitely, I almost said River Phoenix. What's the actor's name? It's a Phoenix, I think. But yeah, man, good look for the Joker. I think the movie's going to be unbelievable. I have a feeling. I heard something about it. Got like a 10-minute standing ovation or something like that. Weapon X Customs with a repaint, and I absolutely love it. I don't know if I were to do this, would I choose black? But I mean, it looks so good. I just don't know. Is this character come up like that anywhere in the comics? I guess it doesn't really matter because it looks stupendous. I like the shadowing. If I was able to do that with a blue, would I have gone with a blue and done it instead of the blue? But that's just artists' decisions that they make. And dude, the thing looks awesome. Love the details on that. He's gonna have some other pictures. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I think this is the one that shows it off the absolute best. That's so clean and dirty at the same time. Oh man, that looked good on it. All right, Domenico, another one right here is a Beast repaint. There's a different head for Beast. Again, souping up their figures. So many different repaints of Beast, and it's an improvement for what Hasbro gave us. They just gave us kind of like the basic. They did give us a ton of articulation. The trade-off was the paint was, subpar, especially on the face. This looks pretty darn cool. This is another one, a different face for Beast. I think this one also looks awesome. Beast has had so many different looks, man. Good work, the Firmament. All right, Corey, what do we got here? Oh yeah. So he used a cyborg from DC. I love the cyborg figure, but the articulation is terrible. I talked to him about it. But he's got a Punisher War Machine here, and he's got him so geared up. How cool is that, man? He's got a ton of stuff on the... I don't know if you could have put any more stuff on there, but I think it just looks dope. I love these War Machine figures, or Punisher War Machines right here, that I don't know what it is about the design of that particular character that I just absolutely love. Look at that. He's got some hinges on here. He literally loaded everything up. I'm not sure what you're going. Were you going with like for a rust look, or what's that reddish brown? I may be dense and missing it. Is that blood? Is that somebody dried blood? All right. Pew Man has a Nightwing right here. He did this type of design for it. It almost looks like the Injustice one. Good work. And then we have Art of Design here with a super duper geared up Deathstroke. The more weapons, the merrier for some of these characters. There's Art of Design. The Hottest Fuzz Custom. It has somebody in Russian commenting a live wire right there. See the effect going down the middle of her chest. Some pictures. What else we got? All right, moving on to another custom. Blue Sand. He's using the Hercules upper body, and I think he said he's not a customizer, so he just tried his best to do that. Figure paint, for not being a customizer, I think it came out pretty good, dude. We are going to have a new show. I kind of teased it that I'm going to call it Critique My Custom, and that's still some work to do before I film the first episode, but essentially you'll submit your custom to the hashtag Critique My Custom, and then I'll be critiquing and constructive criticism as much as I can. I'll try to have some other guests on with me that have some expertise. So good job, man. Keep it up. And Tom's Custom Toys, I wanted to show this because first of all, Green Lanterns are awesome, but that's what it looked like first, and then he turned it into that. That's super difficult to do, especially that the red base underneath. But man, I think you were able to pull it off. It looks good. Simply Joe Unlimited. This is a really cool looking Punisher. I don't know what were the base parts. It looks like some sort of Mezco, but I haven't seen a Mezco Punisher that looks like this, and I think that this looks pretty darn good, man. Really like that bodysuit, and I'd be interested to know how you went about and got it. All right, Korriban Customs. This is going to be the slow reveal. Trying to make it under 30 minutes, player. Come on, man. Get me. It's going to be worth it, though. This is a really nice custom. Pretty simple, but the details. Look at the chest hair, the arm hair. Just so clean. The paints. Look at that, man. Oh, man. I want one. Yeah. You're missing a Lazarus Pit. I'll forgive you because that's a sweet looking piece. Great job. Kilo Echo Arts, he's going to show us. He really likes the Punishers. That's up his alley. I think he did a pretty good job with this. Is that the 2099 or what are we calling that guy? I think that's the 2099 Ghost Rider. That's Punisher or whatever. I don't know if I've read that. I think I've read it in a Thanos comic before, but there's all his Punisher. I don't think I've done one, but that looks good right there. Did you finish this? I don't know the character well enough to know if that's finished. Hoi Huyo. He did this. I feel like I've seen this before. Did you enter this into a competition? Is this the one you won? I feel like I've seen this, but that's an awesome looking Doctor Doom. And then Dead Hood Customs right here with this. Oh, it's still a whip. I thought you may have finished it. Okay, so this is still a work in progress, so maybe we'll come back to it when you're completely done. Arrow Custom Figures. This Crossbones. I haven't seen that head. I can see where some of the parts that you're using. I love the tack vest. It's a really good look. Good look for Crossbones. And Ancient Radical Turtle. He's got this Wolfman, and I think he sculpted that face. What was the part that you used? Oh, the jackal. Was it a jackal? You did it out of the jackal, huh? So we're just gonna run. Yeah, that good pose there. There you go. He's howling at the moon. All right, man. All right, so that brings us to the end of the show. Let's get to the top 5. I don't know which ones I'm going to pick. Let's find out. All right, here we go. Top 5 voting. It's going to be Selu 1984, and we're going to go with Anna. That's the one in the red player. I had to pick one. They're both outstanding, but the leg pattern got me. Number 2 is going to be this incredible transitioning evil Morph from B Faction Figures. Then we have Longshot from Face Customs. Wait for the video to come around. Come on, player, come on. And then we have this awesome looking cable from Rule of Thirds with the LED eyeball. Really nice choice of parts. And finally, but not least, Symbiote Seekers Superior Spider-Man. All right, folks, thanks for joining us this week. Please make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content. And if you enjoyed the content, hit the bell, player. Hit the bell, player. Hit the sub. Oh, are we almost at 8,000? We almost at 8,000. Let's get to 8,000. Peace.